Hello everybody, my name is Raymond Ayas and welcome to the People's Minute. I learned yesterday that Maxime Bernier is to be excluded from the leadership debates that are supposed to happen about 10 days before the elections of October 21st. I'm really unhappy about that. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of disenfranchised Canadians out there. People who think that politicians are all the same and more of the same. I was one of them. I'm no longer one of those disenfranchised people because I heard Maxime Bernier speak. I believe in what he has to say. I like his platform. I like the policies. I promote them. I like Maxime Bernier's policies so much that I stepped up to the plate and I'm running as a candidate. I'm busy. I have a family, a growing family. I have a business. I don't need trouble, but you know what? I believed in the cause, and that some committee high up there, some committee that looking down on people like me and tens of thousands of members of the People's Party and hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of Canadians who believe in the PPC's platform, that somebody high up there look down at us with contempt, that bothers me. And I say contempt because there is a wave of populism happening all around the world. And I'm not saying that Maxime Bernier is like the Bolsonaro in Brazil, or Salvini in Italy, or Trump in the US, or whatever the guy's name is in Hungary, or the Brexiteers in England. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but there is a populist movement that is undeniable, and it's happening in Canada, albeit with a different flavor, but they're interested in what the People's Party of Canada has to say. A lot of people are curious, and a lot of people want to hear Maxime Bernier debate the others and confront them on their contradictions, because the Conservative have contradictions, the Bloc has contradictions, the Liberals have a ton of contradictions, not to mention the Greens have a lot of contradictions. NDP have contradictions, they all do, and they need to be confronted, and we need to hear Maxime Bernier's voice. So why is he being cut out? Because the people who are in power today, the elites up there in committees who sit together with their big fat salaries, they've decided that our opinions are not worth hearing, and that our policies are not worth being debated. That's what they've decided. It's contempt, it's disgusting, and you know when people say, oh, I don't care about politics? Yeah, that's because you people are disenfranchising us. You're making us cynical. You elites, you people in power, you people in the orgy of politics, because it's an orgy. It's like money. Somebody told me there's not $1 that hasn't passed through a dirty hand. Well, that's what your politics is. I'm with the People's Party of Canada because I can look at myself tomorrow in the mirror and say, yeah, I feel good about myself. I can look at my children in the eye, and I'm running as a candidate. I can look at them in the eye the day after the elections and say, I ran for a good cause. I ran for my children. I ran for the future of this country, and be proud, and let my children be proud. I can do that. Can you, committee, debate committee, can you look at yourself in the mirror and, with all your little legalities and technicalities and what did the word of the text say, and did he fit the exact definition of how to qualify? It's all bunk. We don't care. We're tens of thousands of members. We're hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Canadians. We want to hear Maxime Bernier speak. You have the Bloc, which has zero mathematical chance, big fat goose egg. No mathematical chance of running this country. They speak. The NDP, they get to speak. How many members do they have? Okay, great members. Do they have as many candidates as we do? No, they don't. Does the Green Party have... Green Party, well, one candidate plus a by-election. Good for them, by the way. 15,000 members compared to our 45,000 members. Elizabeth May gets to speak. But what parallel universe does that make sense? You know what? I bet Andrew Scheer and his Conservative buddies are rubbing their hands. I won't be confronted by Bernier. Yeah, good for you. We'll confront you in some other way. You know what? I'm going to do twice as much door-to-door now. I'm sick of these elites telling us what we're allowed to think and what we're not allowed to think, what we're allowed to hear and what we can't hear. Let Max speak. Let Max speak.